Hello, everybody. It's your favorite underrated YouTuber, Subspace. And today, welcome back to another video for probably the final time this year. Also, yes, I got a new microphone. I know, so cool. So, you may notice a few things different about me, and I completely understand. The hat, the sunglasses, and my clothing. Next year I'm gonna do a different outfit instead of my usual yellow one because that's boring to just stay in one outfit for the entire channel years. And two, the sunglasses. Um, God knows what my mom did while she was searching my fucking room, but I have these as a replacement for now. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to talk about how yaoi saved my life. So, what is. Okay, let's get started. Like, can you literally blame me for liking yaoi and yuri? Like, toxic, doomed, like, freaking just fluffy relationships. Like, I love yaoi and yuri, and I heard of a term called a fujoshi. I don't know what that means, but like, I don't think I'm that, guys. I just really love reading yaoi and yuri, but I mostly read yaoi because, God forbid, we can ever have any women in our Roblox freaking games. But, we could always gender bend them to make it yuri. So, a few like years ago, when I first found out about yaoi and yuri, I didn't think much of it, and I just kept struggling with my life and yada yada yada. Like, life has not been so sparkling, happy, cupcake rainbows as for, God forbid, for the 5 years of my life I've been suffering, and yaoi and yuri decided to pop into my life. I didn't know the terms of yaoi and yuri at the time as well because I was like 13, and then I decided to check in on it. So, when I first read my first yaoi, um that was like maybe in August 2023, and maybe 2022, I'm not too sure, it's been a while, but it was like a story where like these two guys, like, it's just all fluffy and just so comforting. Wow, I'm so jealous of their damn lives. But and like, before I had a girlfriend for the first time, when I was in 6th grade. Big mistake, by the way. I tried getting back with her like 3 times as well, but you know how that went. And it was the biggest mistake of my life because, God forbid, like, okay, I'm gonna go off topic real quick, but like, I wish I was introduced to yaoi and yuri during that time because, like, my first ever girlfriend I had, like, all she wanted me to do was just cuddle in public and just kiss and yada yada yada. Like, she didn't even want to do anything like fun or special, like freaking makeout sessions. I love makeout sessions, by the way. Or like, I don't know, doing something cool, like going on a date. But she always wanted me to cuddle in public, give her attention, and just freaking like just be all touchy touchy in public of all places. But I was not that type of person, and for some reason, she always wanted me to top. Like, do I seem like a dominant type of person? I took a test and and the submissive came out more than freaking dominant. But I am a switch, and I do like switching, and Unfortunately, that was the time where I was a lesbian non-binary person. I regret it. And like it made me feel like I wasn't like good enough. Like, is this really how is this how relationships are supposed to go? Like, it just feels wrong to always be the top one instead of the bottom. And like, I love being a bottom. And sometimes I like topping too, but not all the time. And like, I didn't know the concepts of relationships because I was in 6th grade. And it was like my first relationship too. And then one day when I was hanging out with a friend, and I didn't like, she claims I didn't give her attention. So you know what she did? She broke up with me over text. And I cried, obviously, because like that was my first ever girlfriend and I liked her. Like we've been friends since 4th grade. And like it was just like not a good experience to feel. And like with everything else going on in my life, like holy shit. Like this was just a big bomb. And honestly, now that I think about it, I'm kind of glad she broke up with me. And like I didn't like to be affectionately public. I mean, be affectionate in public. Like no thank you. I like to be affectionate in private. Like, like get all touchy and a little wiki there and boopity boop up up. And like I didn't understand all of these concepts before yaoi came into my life. And now, because of yaoi and yuri, I finally understand what it's like to have a nice relationship and know what's good and bad. Thank you, AO3 and Wattpad. And just like it was just like big it was just like a big game changer. Like it like saved my life. And like it taught me how to like it taught me how these it taught me how other people can write like people's stories in a game or whatever. And it's just like, wow, these people are really talented. Mostly talking about Wattpad because Wattpad has more stuff over there. Sorry, Wattpad. Wait. AO3. And AO3, I usually go there a lot. I have accounts on 2 of them. And it's just like Wattpad first came into my life. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty nice. One shots were introduced to me. And I figured out how to make stories and all that. And I'm doing like pretty good on AO3. Like, I'm getting noticed in some fandoms here and there. And just like, I've been like starting up stories, and like it's just like a good hobby of mine. Like it's a really nice stress reliever for whenever I need it. And it's it's good. Like it's it literally helped my life for the better. And sometimes I gotta admit, I do read some weird stories unintentionally because sometimes I don't read the tags. But we're not going to talk about that. And I'm just explaining how Yaoi and Yuri saved my life. Big shout out to Yuri. I love Yuri. Yuri is also one of my favorites because it just and like whenever things our ships are like canon in games, I'm just like, let's go. And then there was a there is a in AO3, I do write stories about the Robloxia Until Dawn, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine because before then I shipped Brick Baller and Bloxer together, even though I wasn't supposed to. Sorry, Nick. And I just like I made like maybe 9 stories of them together, and my most popular one is Smut, of course. And And then before, like, after, um, I checked the announcements in the server, and he finally allowed Bloxer to get shipped with other people, minus Slingshotter. And I was like, oh my god, I'm not a freaking outlaw anymore. I can write whenever I want with Bloxer now. And honestly, Bloxer is a smash. And, like, it's just, ah! And yes, I do write Yuri too. I'm still trying to figure out how to write some Yuri because all I really write is freaking yaoi. But, yeah. And I just finally have something to reflect on and see all the people write fantastic stories and really cool stuff. And hell, even put their art doodles on there, like on AO3 or Wattpad. I haven't checked on Wattpad in a while, but thank you AO3 for being part of my life, and I don't regret it one bit. So that is all I have for my video, and those were the updates I have about my life. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. I love you all. Bye. Subspace out. Have a good day or night, everybody. Mwah!